Not long ago, I was on a Discord call with friends. We were comparing internet speeds, the usual flexing. My Starlink Mini instantly got roasted for its terrible upload speeds. But then, something jumped out to me from the numbers on the speed test. My Starlink Mini had the lowest ping in the whole group. That little discovery didn't add up, and it sent me down a rabbit hole into how ping really works, why Nigeria seems to suffer with very high latency, and why Starlink of all things sometimes feels better than our local ISPs. To understand why that's happened, we first need to break down what those speed test numbers actually mean. When you run a speed test, you see download speeds, upload speeds, and ping, and sometimes jitter and packet loss too. Download speed is basically how fast you put data down. This involves maybe when you're watching Netflix, YouTube, or maybe when you are downloading updates for games and that kind of thing. Upload speeds implies how fast you can send data out, like streaming on TikTok, uploading videos on YouTube, uploading videos on TikTok, that kind of thing. That's what upload speed basically means. Ping or latency. This is the round trip time of small packets. When they say packets of data is like like just think of it like a case where your data packets are held while being transferred. So ping and latency just defines the round trip time it takes small packets of data to go from you to the servers and back to you. In gaming, this number matters more than the flashing Mbps. Packet loss. This is like the packets of data I just explained. This is when they don't make it fully to the servers, so you have lost a bit of packets. So this in gaming especially is really bad. So if ping is a key number, how does it actually affect gameplay? Let's follow the packets journey. If you're enjoying this video so far, consider leaving a like and subscribe for more tech and gaming related topics. With that, let's jump back into the video. Imagine you press shoot in Valorant. Your PC turns that click into a packet, it travels through your router, your ISP, maybe a cell tower if you're using a wireless network, or maybe even a satellite if you're using Starlink. This goes across undersea cables, finally to the gaming server. The server processes it, sends the packet back down the same chain to your PC. This round trip is called ping. The round trip, the time it takes for the round trip is called ping. Now, why is this a big deal? High latency means your action arrives late at the servers, so while you think you shot an enemy first, the server registers it after you made your shot. And that's when rubberbanding happens. Your character seems to teleport back and forth, weapons freeze, and your movements snap unexpectedly because the server and the client are out of sync. If upload latency is high, your actions leak late, and if download latency is high, the server responds late. Either way, you are behind. Here is a disclaimer though. Server location matters a lot. Some games like Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, EAFC, all have African servers or Nigerian servers, or servers even closer to Nigeria, which can reduce ping. But many PC games like Valorant, Fortnite, Apex Legends, or the finals, which all lose their servers internationally, still route Nigerian players through Europe, South Africa, or the Middle East. So even with good local connections, I'll not lie for you, latency and ping can definitely spike. And this brings us to the big question: why does Nigeria, with all the cables and capabilities and capacity, still struggle with latency? Nigeria actually has plenty of international bandwidth. Massive undersea cable pumps internet into Lagos, but inside the country is where the problem actually begins. Because most people don't have fiber in their homes, they rely on mobile networks like 4G or 5G, which can get congested, especially if you live in a populated area and your cell tower is like a bit congested. So imagine you have maybe one cell tower serving 400,000, 500,000 people. It's a bit congested sometimes. Sometimes even local traffic bounces overseas before coming back, adding delay. Outdated equipment, poor routing and power outages also make connections unstable. So while you might see good download speed with local ISPs, your ping can definitely climb up to 150, 200 or even 250 milliseconds. Performance varies though. Some ISPs and regions in Nigeria do achieve low ping, especially when closer to data centers. But for the majority, the iPings and low connectivity is the reality. And with all that said, this is where the Starlink enters the picture. Flipping expectations on their head. You'd think satellite connections should be slower. After all, the signal has to go into space, and the Starlink uses low Earth orbiting satellites, only a few hundred kilometers above. That means data goes up, hops across, and comes down quickly. Tests in Nigeria shows that the Starlink averages about 120 ms ping, compared to that of local ISPs, which averages about 240 ms. This literally halves the delay. So when they say 120 and 240 ms, those are the average pings. So some of us might definitely see pings better than 120 or 240 ms, whether using local ISPs or Starlink. While some of us might see worse networks worse pings using local ISPs or Starlink. So an average is basically just the mean of pings that were recorded across Nigeria. Yes, upload speeds on the Mini aren't impressive, but for gaming, it's latency that matters, and I've explained why that is the case. And a quick note on the Starlink itself. The actual latency depends on where the nearest ground station is. Until substations are built in Africa and in Nigeria, users may still experience 100 to 200 ms pings, compared to sub 40 in some regions with local stations. So what does this mean for the gamer in Nigeria? What started as a roast and about people insulting me about my upload speeds on the Discord call quickly turned into a full-on full-on research into how internet works in Nigeria. Here's the takeaway from this video. For gaming, ping and jitter matters far more than Mbps. Like, you can't underestimate what ping does to you in gaming. Especially not the one in game. The one in game just shows you your basic ping between, the one in game shows you your basic ping between you and what the game thinks is receiving. Your own upload latency should be something you personally should look into. Nigerian infrastructure still makes consistently low latency here. Basic internet infrastructure we have in Nigeria is not something that prioritizes latency, it's something that prioritizes, it prioritizes a catch-all. So they prefer, more people stream than actually upload. So I'm not sure upload speed is the priority in Nigeria, and it will not be the priority in the long time to come. Starlink isn't perfect, but it can sometimes deliver smoother gameplay than that big local provider or that big local ISP. At the end of the day, no upload doesn't really matter in gaming. What you need is fast, stable, round-trip connection. So both upload latency, download latency, the download speeds and upload speeds. The speed it downloads and uploads doesn't really matter. What matters is the latency at which it does. So yeah, maybe my upload speed is bad, but when it comes to landing headshots in games and actually experiencing the game the way it's meant to be played, I think I can say it's what it's doing for me. And yours basically is going to. I just feel a lot of us should check our upload and download latency, because what might be causing the issue might not even be our upload speed or our download speeds. Now, if game studios ever bring their servers to Nigeria, I think the topic would be a whole different topic entirely. Maybe everyone could stop lagging, but until then, the Starlink is currently still king. Thank you all for watching this long. I think we have come to the end of this video. Please leave a like and sub. If you have watched up to this point, you might as well leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. We are pushing currently 100 subscribers on YouTube. Let's get this 200 before the end of the year. We have a lot of content planned. We have a lot of gaming content planned. We have a lot of tech content planned. But please follow us, leave a like and sub. And if you enjoyed this video, you can watch this one to see my full Starlink review. And with that, GG.